Hey folks, Steve here. How you doing? Well, today I am handymanning it, which is always really cool. I really appreciate being on long jobs as a contractor, and I do appreciate the short 1 day in and outs, 2 day in and outs, punch list kind of things as well. It really breaks everything up. I do appreciate that. So what am I doing today? Today I have a request from the property owner of the 8 units that I service, that I maintenance for. Simply to install a garbage disposal where there has not been a garbage disposal installed before. It's an old building, and underneath the sink cabinet there is an old steam radiator that is operational because all of the units are heated by steam. That's in the way, and so it has to be a very kind of low profile disposal. Well, I found one. 1.5 horsepower Badger is just under the size requirements. Now, I did warn them. I don't know what prolonged heat will do to a unit like that being in such close proximity, but, you know, they install it. Well, the next problem is where to get electric from. I did a lot of investigation, and the old tried and true having the disposal and the dishwasher on the same circuit is going to work out for this one. Able to junction box way in the back, shallow depth, apartment-sized dishwasher, so I had a little bit of room in the back. The wire had been run long, and so I was able to junction box it, go in 2 separate directions, so the dishwasher is always hot, and then I'm able to switch the disposal underneath the sink cabinet. So that actually worked out. It was a lot easier than what I thought it was going to be. And as I was unhooking everything, and the reason why I'm talking to you now and why I'm on the road, when I unhooked the dishwasher supply, because I had to pull the dishwasher, well, back behind there was actually a master shutoff for the whole line, so that was great. It was a 1/4 turn valve, but even that was kind of wonky. But it did shut the water off because I was able to test up top into the sink before I unhooked anything that the hot water was indeed off, so I could unhook the dishwasher. But the valve itself was leaking. You know, nothing I could do could get that thing to stop leaking, so I have to pull the valve, replace the valve. Well, it's not a bad thing because I could actually unscrew the valve and, you know, pull it off and, you know, just replace it. So it's sweat on, 1/2 inch, and then there's male thread, and this thing is threaded onto that. Nothing that I can do because it's in such a cramped area, I can get this thing to spin at all. So I'm flying for parts. And the best I think I'm going to be able to do is, because I have the water shut off there, I'm going to be able to just behind the sweat on male thread coupler, that I'm going to be able to actually cut that pipe with a just a low profile copper pipe cutter. And then I'll just have to use a 1/2 inch shark bite. Everything is so close in there, I don't want to get in there and try and sweat something on. I would just live in fear of burning this thing down. I'm good. I don't want to figure out if I'm that good. I just don't need to go there. But I realize, you know, in my magic trailer, which I am hauling, that if I had a few shark bite valves, I wouldn't have to go for parts. That's part of the problem of having a small trailer is, you know, the inventory is small, and sometimes you just don't have those things. Now, I can't be walking around with, you know, 5 of everything of every size. You know, even the large trailers, you know, you really don't do that unless you're a dedicated trade. Then you may have all 5 sizes of all 5 whatevers. I don't, I can't, I am not. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to go to Lowe's here, because I get a 10% military discount. Thank you, Lowe's. And they have a pretty good plumbing department that's well organized. So in and out of Lowe's, didn't take me too long to do that. It was a little bit problematic in that they had rearranged yet again all of their sections, their plumbing section and a few other things. And so trying to find what I need was difficult at first, and then I was finding it in 2 different locations, seemingly the same thing, but that makes me worry that is it really the same thing, or is it meant for, like, this is for PEX, that's for copper, this is for CPVC, you know, whatever, right? But I came out with $80 worth of stuff after my discount, and some of it is it will be unreimbursed to what I'm doing today, but it'll be parts that I will put in my own toolbox, so that way I have things so I don't have to do this again next time. Okay, I'm here at the apartment, and I'm just going to show you really briefly what I'm working on, because it's mostly done, but it'll just kind of back up the traveling to and fro. There's the dishwasher I had to pull. There's the radiator that I'm dealing with, and I was able to just make that disposal work. I've tested the plumbing and I replaced most of it. I've tested it with at least cold water. I haven't found any leaks yet, and I will test it again now that I am back. There's my electrical. I'm going to have to secure those wires in there, and that is the problematic valve. As far as sweating copper, I'm good. And I've had, by and large, a lot of success with sweating copper, and I do enjoy it. However, as good as I think I am, I do not want to test myself today to figure out how good I am with attempting to burn the house down. So I'm not going to bother with that. I am actually just going to go ahead and shark bite it, punt on this one. So with that, I'm going to cut that pipe, and I am going to get a shark bite fitting on. I have to decide which one I want to do, and then hopefully I'll be able to rock and roll getting the hot water back on, and then test the system with hot water, secure those wires, and walk away from it. Okay, looking better. I was able to use my small pipe cutter, and it rotated just fine. I was able to take the piece off. This is what I could not break free. Emery cloth to clean it up, just because I believe that a shark bite is going to fit better and adhere better to something that's not all corroded up like the rest of that pipe. So now I've got to just figure out which one I want to use to get to this, which is actually an adapted 1/2-inch compression from a 3/8 compression. I'm going to take the short route, and the short route is this thing right here, 1/2-inch copper shark bite to 3/8 compression, and that should be right there. I am running the hot water, and I am not seeing anything down here at all. Everything seems to be looking good, just like when I ran the cold water for a prolonged period of time. And this water has been running, I don't know, maybe 4 minutes or so, 5 minutes, ever since I shut the video off to put that on. Like, we're good. And I can do this. Which is what started it to begin with. Okay, I think this handyman job is pretty much in its final phase of cleanup, testing, just to make sure everything, and then I'm walking out to the trailer. Got to put the trailer back together. Surprisingly, for this little job, I had a lot of stuff out. Electrical, plumbing. Okay, done with that handyman project. I started at probably around 10:30 or so. That doesn't include flying for the original parts. You know, I've been on this job, not counting flying for materials, probably 4 hours total. I wasn't trying to break my neck on this thing. It was just methodically, let's do this, what's the next part? Got it done. Everything tests out, seems to be working. I'm all cleaned up in there. Everything is all shut up, ready to go. And I will do a screenshot of a video, and then I'll just send that out as a photo saying, hey, I'm done. There you go. So, put this trailer away, and then I'm off to, I don't know, I have to check my list. All right, have a good one. Have a good one. Oh, hey, please like and subscribe and help me grow the base. Thank you. You take care.